91.7 WMWM Salem. This is the Brian and Ryan Show. Give us a call at 978-542-8500. Again, that phone number, 978-542-8500. Catch us online as well with the rest of the millions that are listening at www.wmwmsalem.com. Ryan, how many millions this morning?
2 million.
2 million this morning.
Not our best day, not our worst.
No, far from it. We had 19 million last week.
Yeah, that's like pretty much the whole state of Massachusetts.
Yeah,
wasn't bad.
That's like all in New England.
No.
Yeah, there's got to be more than 19 million.
There's like 700 million people in America.
300 million people in America.
No, dude, you're way off, man.
Nah, it's like 300 million.
Look
I will
it
look
up. What are we betting on this?
How
about if I'm right?
Go ahead.
I get to come back in from the break.
You get to come back in from the break?
Yes.
All right. So you're saying 700 million?
I'm saying 700. Yes.
You're way off.
Okay.
Way off.
We'll see.
Population of
I might be way off on that.
U.S.
You're saying 300 million?
300 million.
Oh boy. Can you kill the music bed?
Let's see. 2011 census.
Oh man, I'm gonna smoke you.
Yep, you're not going to be coming back from any breaks. 311 million
Oh
people.
boy.
311 million people.
All right. Well,
So,
good win. Good thing you didn't pick anything if you won, so
yeah.
you don't really know how betting works.
Yeah, maybe these 300 million people will turn into 300 million zombies. Did you hear this? The zombies are...
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Have you heard this? Have you seen this? Real great story coming out of Florida. Apparently in Florida, zombies are running rampant. At least one got out. Let me pull up this story. Oh, why is that music still playing? Excuse us, computer's not working today. Computers. But
Stupid computers.
yeah,
Hate them.
I'm trying to get on online with our zombie expert here to talk about the zombie outbreak down in Florida. This I
To
think
be
is
clear,
very real.
I don't know if it's necessarily an outbreak yet. It was actually just one dude that was super duper high on PCP.
Supposedly, the tests haven't come back yet.
You know, I'm trying to think of like the other times I can remember a story like this, and the only one that really comes to mind is when Hannibal Lecter ate that cop's face off in Silence of the Lambs.
Yes.
Remember that?
Is that in Silence of the Lambs, or was that in Red Dragon? Or the other one?
Well, in one of them, he eats... in Hannibal, he eats the guy from Goodfellas, the top of his head off.
Right.
Actually, no, sorry. He feeds it to him, I believe.
Yes.
He cooks it up, and then he's like... Yeah,
He's
how
sitting there
does
with
that
half his
taste?
head off, and like he's just, yeah.
Yeah, he's a psycho. But anyway, this guy in Florida basically was he eating another guy's face? According to news reports, his face was unrecognizable.
Yes.
When they finally got this guy, they shot and killed him, I believe.
Yeah, he was. I don't know if he died or if he. No, he did die. Yeah, the guy whose face he was eating was is in critical condition, a very severe condition. I would assume the guy has no face. Or at least half of one.
Yeah, they said he
spit up and chewed out. Literally.
Man. Maybe he was just really hungry.
Yeah, he could have been homeless, and you get a little PCP, and you'll go nuts and eat anything.
I don't know. I'm gonna say this: if I was gonna eat a person, I don't think I would start with the face. I think I would start with like the thigh meat.
Right. Well, that's the difference between a cannibal and a zombie. Is somebody that's just hungry is going to go for the thigh, maybe the arm,
Right.
Maybe
Fillet
a
it
rib.
a little bit.
Right. Exactly. Maybe a rump roast, but they're not going. Who goes for the face? So when you're going to eat a chicken, like a piece of chicken, give me that head. No, nobody eats a chicken head.
I've seen like older Italian guys eat the head of a pig.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, that I can see that.
I'm not saying it's a good idea, but yeah, you're right. No, you don't really start with the face.
No, you
Usually you
don't
start with
the
the
face.
rump roast.
Yeah, because you're gonna eat the cheek. No, like you can't do that.
Because you would think you'd want like a nice marbling to it, like a good steak. You know, you don't want to start with like a muscly area, like the forearm. You know,
Yeah.
it's probably not as tasty.
Yeah, that's what you want in a good steak. Is all the marble and everything. That's the good stuff.
That the fat is where the flavor comes from, I believe. So basically, this guy is in critical condition, and the thing that made the story kind of weird, that really kind of got people's attention is that I believe they shot him once, and while he was eating the dude's face, and he didn't stop at all. Like he didn't even flinch. He just kept right on munching away.
Yeah, he shot him. Just looked straight up and went mwah, mwah, and blew him away again. It might be our zombie expert calling in.
Nice.
91.7. Hello. Yes, it is. This is John. Okay, John, we're gonna put you on air, and you're a zombie expert. You can tell us all about this. What to do to survive the zombie stuff. Hold on. John.
I'm sorry, yeah?
Yeah, we got John. How you doing, John?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Good. Now, how frightened are you about this whole zombie revelation coming out of the depths of Florida?
Yes. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a revelation so much as it's definitely happening right now. That's absolutely what's going on.
It's scary. It's scary. This guy is chewing faces and with no regard for anybody or anything, even bullets.
Yeah, that's how you know it's definitely a zombie thing. Because when people don't stop chewing on each other when they get shot, that's a zombie.
Now, John, presuming that there is a zombie outbreak on the horizon, where's the best place to go to avoid such an outbreak?
In my opinion, the ocean.
The ocean.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm currently working on how to get my hands on a boat, so I can because zombies can't swim. They can walk on the bottom of the ocean, but they can't swim. So presuming that you have stocked up enough boat, you're safe. So that's kind of my plan right now.
You're not concerned about the zombies maybe eating some sea animals and those sea animals becoming zombies, like zombie sharks. Is that a possibility, zombie sharks?
I mean, that's a huge possibility and a major concern. You definitely have to watch out for zombie sharks. If you guys have obviously seen the movie Jaws.
Yes. And
I have a feeling that zombie sharks would probably be stronger than regular sharks and may be able to punch holes in your boat, which is why I think that maybe depth charges would be a good investment, or harpoons with explosives on the end.
I mean, depth charges aren't really laying around that we could just grab and start tucking into the ocean. This isn't U-571.
This is something that I'm working on right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
I feel like a battleship or something along those lines would be a good weapon of choice against a zombie attack. If you could get a flotilla of Navy ships.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I think that would be a great weapon against anything, really.
Yeah. Have a helicopter, a helipad right on the ship so you can get back and forth from everywhere. Now that's zombie survival in style right there.
Yeah, the helicopter is important because you can go in, get some food, and then bounce out of there.
Right, like a recon mission. You just hover for a second, rappel a couple lines down the rope.
And I don't know if you guys have ever played Battlefield 3, but the helicopter itself is a great zombie weapon because you can get their heads with the rotors. That's excellent.
Oh, that's some close combat with the helicopter, though. That takes a ballsy pilot right there.
Yeah, it's probably not good for the helicopter to do that. Right.
It's better for the helicopter than it is for the zombies. So,
Fair enough. Touche. So anyway, what we're getting at is head to the ocean if the zombie apocalypse occurs.
Yeah, and assuming that you're not by the ocean, I would definitely hit the highway and just start moving. Just get away from wherever you are.
We also talked a little bit last night about the winter being a big ally for a zombie invasion. If you were to head up, kind of go more towards where it's colder and, maybe they get a little frozen or it's harder for them to move around in the deep snow.
Absolutely. You get the whole winter season as an off season, you see, because the zombies will freeze during the winter and now they'll unthaw during the summer. But you have that whole winter to walk around and try to find these frozen zombies and take them out so you can thin the herd out a little bit while they're immobile. But you have to keep in mind that once it starts getting warmer, they will unfreeze wherever they are. And if you can't find them, they start popping out of snowbanks and stuff like that. Now you can run into some trouble.
Okay, fair enough. So the springtime would be a dangerous season in terms of zombie apocalypse.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The spring thaw.
Now, what's your preferred weapon to take care of these zombies? If I need to go and stock up on a couple of weapons, What do I want in my arsenal? What are my top 5? Crowbar's right there, right?
I'm sorry, what is?
The crowbar?
Absolutely. That's probably
Crowbar is a terrible zombie weapon because you have to get. No, it's terrible. You have to get real close.
Yeah, well, most people aren't going to have guns, so you'd want a crowbar because crowbars are durable. You can get the smashing action, and also
crowbar stinks. You're going to have to be 1 foot away from them. You know how easy it is for them to scratch you?
You get about 3 feet.
No,
dude, that's a terrible. You'd way rather have a sword.
And, well, see, the crowbar is also good because it's got that sharpen, too. So if you get the skills, you can go for the eye and just get it in there and start swirling.
I'll say you could get one zombie. If you got attacked by a bunch, you could kill one of them with a crowbar before the rest just swarmed you. Because you got it in their head. Now you're gonna pull that thing out. Come on. Sword is nice. You get nice cutting action. You get chop. You know what I mean? It's quicker. You can keep them further away.
The problem with cutting weapons is that you definitely have to always remove the head. That's the only way you can get rid of them with that. With crowbar, you can get that smashing action too. That's pretty valuable.
You're listening to John Ksander, zombie expert here on 91.7 WMWM Salem, talking about the zombie uprising down in Florida. Now, I would guess we're talking weapons here. A flamethrower would probably be a bad choice for zombies.
Absolutely, because the problem with that is now you have a bunch of flaming zombies running around. And then they can run straight into your barricaded house, run around, burn other stuff down. They turn into a more dangerous scenario.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Ideally, you like to have some sort of a minigun, I think. Like maybe like the chain guns they put on the sides of Hueys.
Oh, yeah.
Blackhawks.
And if you're jacked up enough, you can walk around like the Terminator and own a bunch of them. But it's kind of impractical,
Yeah. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
This was really helpful, John. We appreciate your you really sound like an expert.
Well, I definitely went to college to study zombie apocalypse. I'm sorry.
Zombie behavior.
Zombie behavior, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So remember, go to the ocean, minigun, don't use a flamethrower.
Battleships as well.
And battleships, yes.
Battleships.
And you'll be good to go.
Do you know what's the cause behind the zombie uprising? Do you know what started this? Was it a disease, or is this just everything coming to fruition? This is God's will.
Well, I mean, obviously,
zombie Jesus.
Obviously, it seems that Floridians have started the zombie uprising, which is concerning.
The zombies are going to get starved being down in Florida because there's not really much brain to go around down there. so you got to look for them to move up north pretty quick.
I always assumed zombies would come from California.
But
I was surprised. I thought we would have had more time, because they'd have to make their way across America.
Mm-hmm. But they're working the way from south to north, and just look at the states they're going to have to go through.
Right.
Florida, Georgia, Alabama,
right.
South Carolina, North Carolina, West Virginia. I'd have to imagine there's maybe about 7-8 brains to go around there, so they're going to be some hungry zombies really looking for food.
That's the thing. As soon as they hit that Georgia, Carolina area, they're going to be moving real fast to try to look for some serious brain matter, because that's just totally absent. That's a food.
Yeah, there's none in Washington, D.C. either. They'll probably skip right over that one. With all the dumb laws they make. All right, John. Good phone call, man.
Absolutely. And you guys stay safe, huh?
All right, we'll do. Keep us updated if you find any new revelations on this.
Sure, will do.
Give us the latest. Thanks, John. John Ksander, our resident zombie expert, chiming in and giving us some good tips today.
You're not just going to learn about sports here, Brian. You're not just going to learn about the news. You're not going to stay current. You're going to get real survival tips.
This is the important stuff because it has begun. It has begun. And,
well, we're only at one so far.
Well, the one that got eaten, right? He's still alive.
He should be in quarantine,
man.
They should definitely quarantine him, throw him in a jail or something.
Give us a call, 978-542-8500, 978-542-8500. What is your best tip to survive the zombie apocalypse? Let us know right here on the Brian and Ryan Show on 91.7 WMWM Salem.